subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Thanks.
All right, am I in the shot or not? What's up, YouTube freaks? We're back with the 8th gen Corolla. This is a 2000 Corolla / Chevy Prizm. This is the 1.8 liter 4-cylinder 1ZZ-FE. I'm going to quickly show you how to replace the Serpentine belt on the passenger side of the engine. It's tensioned by a hydraulic tensioner. We're going to untension that, remove the belt, and put the new belt back on. I'll show you a routing diagram for the belt right now, and then I'll show you one towards the end. So in my particular case, I don't have AC in this car, so I'm just gonna, for now, bypass the AC compressor when I put the belt back on. So for me, I've got a shorter belt and I'm gonna bypass my compressor for now. Check out the links down below. I'll put links for belts, tensioners, fluids, all the standard list of links I have for the 8th gen Corolla, so check those out. But let's get started. Easy job. I'm all sweaty. I'm ready to go, so stay tuned. All right, freaks, first things first, there's 2 acorn nuts on this valve cover, beauty cover. Just take those off. Highly recommend one of these magnetic trays. So when I pull up on the cover, I like to just put my fingers over these clips in the back here because they will go flying if you pull up too hard. So just pop those off. It's just gonna give us some more room over here. All right, freaks, you can see it's pretty tight over here on the passenger side, but here's the hydraulic tensioner right here. Here's the piston with the nut, and then that mounting bolt right there off my finger. Our first step here is to get the tension off the belt and remove the belt. So we're gonna be utilizing this 19mm sort of welded static nut right here. We're gonna get a breaker bar and a 19 on that. And we're gonna start our breaker bar up at this sort of angle up here so that we get a full stroke. We're gonna rotate and swing that tensioning arm, compress that piston there, and then slip off the belt. All right, so use what you got, but I've got a 6.19mm here. You wanna be gentle when you're pulling on this. You don't wanna twist and break off that welded nut. It's actually like casted on there probably, but it's aluminum, so you wanna be gentle. Here's what it looks like. Yeah, I'm pretty much straight up and down, but get an angle that's, you know, pretty far away from you because you want to get a full pull stroke on here to get enough tension off the belt to slip it off. And I'm just going to slip it off the alternator because it's right down here in front of my face. There's not a whole lot of travel on it, but it does take some pulling. You'll hear the hydraulic fluid moving in the piston. And just flick that belt off. Just pull your belt out. All right, so here's your big long belt. All right, so reinstall for the belt. I like to do this from underneath. I think it's a little bit easier as far as getting everything routed. If you have your dust water shield on underneath, it's just 10mm bolts. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 10mm screws. Those go into like plastic bushings. They're actually like pointed screws, so those are the only 2 that are different, but I'm gonna go ahead and take that off and then show you underneath. What I like to do is just get my breaker bar here onto that 19mm aluminum nut up there. So again, I'll put up the routing diagram, and you're gonna do everything the same as me, except you're gonna hook onto your AC compressor over here. Your belt is gonna be longer. Or if you have no AC, you're gonna do exactly what I'm doing. The funky part is where the belt goes. It curls up in between the power steering pump and the crank pulley to hook around the tensioner. So from the power steering pump, it goes all the way up directly around the top of the alternator. And then it comes to the inside of the water pump here. And then, like I said, then it would come around the AC. But for me, I'm just coming straight down around the crank. And then I've got my pigtail loop coming up to where it's ready to slip over the idler pulley when I pull it down. So I'm gonna do that now. So I'm gonna get my breaker bar, pull down. So yeah, my last move here is to pull down on the tensioner enough where I can slip the belt over that idler pulley. Check all your grooves. Check all your grooves on your grooved pulleys. Run your hands up around them. Everything should be nice and smooth and on the tracks, in the grooves. Make sure on your smooth pulleys, take your hand and run them. Make sure they're straight on the smooth and just double check that everything's nice and straight. And then from above, check your alternator. Visually, make sure it's on there straight. And after that, the belt should sort of just make itself at home and align itself. So there you go. There's another shot of it. Again, I'm bypassing the AC, but just take your time, follow the diagram, and you should be good to go. So let me put the shield back on and lower it down, and we'll give it a test run, see how it sounds. Be right back. All right, double check your work, check your alternator, check all your work on the tensioner, make sure everything's out of the way. I'm gonna start this thing up, and hopefully it doesn't blow up. All right, so it didn't blow up. So just put your cover on and you're good to go. Job well done. Congrats. I hope it goes well for you. Good luck. Subscribe to the channel. It would mean a lot to me. And leave a like, leave a comment, and check out the links down below. Thanks for watching. See ya.